What's up guys, I'm DJ Deville and this is the first episode of What's in the Bag. And the whole point of this series is to really break down what DJs carry in their bags, because this is really a part of who you are as a professional. So I'm gonna break down what I've got in my bag and hopefully you get some value from it. Let's go. Just throw it in the bag. All right guys, it's time for my breakdown of what's in the bag, my bag. And I gotta start with the bag, right? So check this out. This is a Toomey roll top, not a sponsor. I'm just Toomey gang for life. But this is the Toomey roll top, and this is my second one that I've had actually. I had a camouflage one before this, and this is the ballistic nylon. I found out that Toomey only makes certain colors in the ballistic nylon, which is actually their signature. It's way stronger. So I went with this one as the second one. I learned my lesson. And this thing's the best, guys. Like, this is why it's the best. You can flip this thing open, and you can fit an entire weekend's worth of clothes in the bag. So if you fly on Spirit or Frontier, I know it's kind of cringy, but it's my public PJ. So I fly on this one quite a bit, and you know they charge for baggage, and I can get around that with this. So I can fit all my DJ gear in the lower half, and all my clothes go in the top half, and you just stuff it like a sleeping bag, and you kind of jam it back down over, and this thing is good to go for the whole weekend. So this is my go-to forever. I love the Toomey roll top. All right guys, so now we're gonna move into one of the most important things, right? Headphones and also ear protection. So I have a lot to go through here, and I'm gonna start with my newest addition to this collection, and it's actually my in-ear monitors. I never used in-ear monitors before, but guys, these are awesome. And these are actually off Amazon. They're not even expensive. I think I paid $45 for these, and they have 10 drivers on the inside of them. And I use them mostly for house music, mainly because I like them when they're sitting a little bit outside my ears and I just hear the hi-hats and the snares when I'm mixing. But especially out here in Las Vegas, it gets really hot when you're wearing full-size headphones, and these are a lifesaver at the pool. So, and also too, when you're on an airplane like Delta and they have the earbuds with the the 1/8" input, you can go right in and watch your movies straight off a Delta airplane. So these serve a lot of purposes, and it was just kind of like a random purchase I bought on Amazon Prime days. So that worked out really good. But the other thing I use is the Bose in-ears with the noise cancellation. These things are amazing. I've had them for a couple of years now, and these are my go-to for when there's a crying baby on the plane, or you just want to zone out and listen to some really good music off your laptop. These are amazing for all those different purposes, and just really get you back in the zone when you want to concentrate on music. And of course, you got to have some earplugs, because some of these clubs you go to, way too hot with the volume, and you just want to protect your ears. And these are like the $5 ones. I used to do the custom ones where you actually got your ear doctor to mold your ears, and they actually became really uncomfortable for me. And when it comes down to it, I even like just the old school, the 3M orange ones. I use those too. And I just really like these because they're super simple, and they honestly work great because I can still hear conversations crystal clear, and they have the little pinholes where you can still hear the high frequencies come in, and it doesn't make your audio muddy. So these are great. And these ones are called pluggers. I don't know if they make these anymore, but you can find these all day. And you don't have to spend a lot of money to protect your ears, guys. Make sure you do that. And of course, you gotta have the DJ cans. These are my all-time favorites. I'm a little old school when it comes to headphones. I like the big ones still. And these are the X10s by Pioneer. I've had these for about 2 years. This is my second pair. I loved them so much, I bought them again. I used to use the old Sony X700s, if anybody remembers those. Those were back in the 2000s. Those were my favorite, and Pioneer came through and made the best graduation to that style of headphone, I would say. Super durable, all metal construction. They got the bouncy cable and they have the straight cable. And I love the case because it keeps them in really good condition. Guys, you gotta love that. They pop right in the bag, super clean, and there's room for USBs, because of course you gotta have a USB for your changeovers, and also if you just play USB style, this is all you need if you're gonna pull up to a club with a USB. And it also has audio adapter pockets. So this is great. I gotta love those Pioneers. Shout out to Pioneer DJ for making some of the best headphones in the game. X10s right here. All right guys, now we're moving on to the cable department. I don't carry a lot of cables anymore, just simply because I use HID mode for pretty much everything on Pioneer CDJs, or controllers for that matter. So I have the MacBook M1 Ultra right here, and of course everything's USB-C on that. So firstly, I gotta have this. This is like my talk through for my IOs, my USB-C, and then it goes to traditional USBs on here because we're still pretty much using those every day at this point. And they're more common in the event that you have some missing. A lot of times club offices have printer cables that are USB standard. So you can use those in a pinch. That's actually happened to me. I had to rip one out of a printer in the club office so I could DJ. That was kind of wild. But now I learned my lesson and I keep extra USBs. So this is my HID kit. So I have 3 sets of USBs ready to go that goes directly into here, and I still have my other USBs free because I'm using a hub. So that works out really great. And if I'm using a controller, I just have the one ready to go on that side, same thing. And I keep everything handy. Like I said, I'm Toomey gang. I got the Toomey travel pocket mini bag, and these things are awesome. You can get them at the outlet for like 20 bucks, and they hold cables so well. I have a couple of these, and they fit perfectly in the Toomey bag if you've got one, but they pretty much fit everywhere, and they're really easy to tote around. So I have those, that's my USB kit. I also have an extra spare tire USB. I keep in a different pocket in an emergency. I also have another USB-C adapter just in case this one breaks for some reason. I also have the aux cord for all my aux cord DJs out there. You know, sometimes you just got to go in a different way with a different appliance. Sometimes people have another laptop they need to run. You know, that's a common issue where, you know, if you don't have your auxiliary, you just need another input to go into your Pioneer mixer. So this comes in clutch with a lot of different situations. As long as you got the 1/8" adapter, it's just really great for different situations. And of course, you can also hook it up with your iPhone. If you need Spotify playlists, I have the adapter for that as well. Right here, I got a couple of these floating around because they're easy to lose. And then you plug that into here and you can obviously run your Spotify playlist directly off your phone. In case your computer crashes, you got this ready to go, and at least you got music, right? So this is a really great emergency kit for those sort of situations. And of course, you gotta have your iPhone charger. And look, I'm not saying I'm smarter than the people at Apple. All I'm saying is I'd make a cable longer than 3 feet that comes with the phone, right? So I went on Amazon. You get the 6 to 7 foot cables. They're a lot more convenient when you're in the airport and things like that. So I just swapped out all my cables to the 6 footers. A lot more convenient when you're traveling. All right, guys, if you're like me, nutrition is very important when you're traveling. So you got to keep a couple things in your bag just in case it's hard to get to some food, or if there's food you can't eat, because I also have some nutritional and dietary restrictions. So I got to be really careful about what I eat on the road so I don't get sick. And so that's why I tote around some of my own goodies. So first one, shout out to Lara Bar. These are my favorite because there's only like 3 ingredients in these things and they taste amazing. So this one's cherry pie. I also love the peanut butter and jelly one, really good. I also love the Bobo's brand because they're like a really high density, high nutrient, high calorie nutrition bar. And this one's peanut butter, gets you the protein you need when you're on the road, especially when you're in a pinch and you have to go straight from the airport to a gig. A lot of times there's flight delays, especially these days. So sometimes there's just not time for dinner. And this thing comes in great because it's like 250, 300 calories and you'll make it through the gig without feeling terrible at least. And also I like these. Delta just started carrying these ones, these little dark chocolate sea salt bars, and there's just chia seeds, flax seed, just high nutrients, low preservatives. I try to stay away from the fake stuff. So these are really, really great. And you just got to keep your bag full of them because, you know, you don't want to be starving when you go to a gig. And then of course, when you're done eating, you got to have your breath mints, got to have your gum. And when you're done with your gig, sometimes it gets a little rowdy. You got to have your Advil. You know, like Jay-Z said, you know, last night was mad real. Fresh out of Advil, Jesus grabbed the wheel. And, you know, sometimes you just got to have that on the ready. So that's really important. And, you know, like taking care of yourself is probably one of the most important things you can do other than taking care of your music on your laptop. So it's really important that you have these tools in your bag because this is your lifeline when things are unpredictable and when, you know, there's no other options. So guys, you know, I always really encourage keeping these things on the ready. All right, now we're moving on to personal security. And I guess it's more the security for your belongings, but AirTags are a fairly new invention. I think they've really come in handy for a lot of different things, but I keep one in my DJ bag because sometimes your DJ bag will grow legs and I really feel bad. It hasn't happened to me. I hope it never does. I know a lot of my friends out there have ran into some criminal activity, people losing their bag. And it is a heartbreaker. It is one of the worst things that can happen to a DJ. this is everything. This is your career. So if there's anything that you can do to prevent that from happening, or at least recover your bag, these air tags really come in handy. So there's a little tight little spot in the bag that it fits into, hides it in there, and at least gives you a chance to recover your bag. So I really highly recommend the air tags. All right, so the next thing I want to talk about is, just comfort. You got to be comfortable when you travel, and the type of clothing that you carry can really make or break your ability to fit it in the bag, right? So especially in the summertime, it gets so cold in the airports and on the planes, you still gotta have a jacket even when it's 100 degrees out here in Vegas. So I have a really lightweight Adidas jacket that I carry. This thing is so lightweight, but it just keeps my body heat, together when I'm on that freezing plane. And then it jams perfectly. It's like the size of a baseball. You can fit it in there and jam it in the backpack, and it doesn't really get in the way when you're at your show and when you want to get all your equipment out. It just stays in the corner. So it's really great. And then of course I keep a hoodie around, when it's really cold, keep extra layers available because you never know when it can get even colder than you already are. So it's really important to carry these things with you at all times, even when it's raining. This also doubles as a rain protector for my bag because it is waterproof, and I can cover my DJ bag up with it if I'm in a really bad spot and things are getting a little crazy with the rain. So it doubles up for a lot of different things, and always good to have your outerwear available. And last but not least, the laptop. I'm a hardcore Serato guy. I know a lot of people are moving over to USBs in general. I just don't like the functionality. I like the accompaniment of the laptop, so I can go through all my music, because I have 20 plus years of music on this thing, and you never know when you're gonna get thrown a curveball on the requests or something you need for a corporate gig. It's just really nice to have my whole library with me, and easy to search those files additionally. So I really prefer to have a laptop, and I have scaled down my laptop. This is the 14-inch MacBook Pro M1. I used to carry around the 17-inch MacBook Pro back in the day, and that thing it weighed like 9 pounds. It was terrible, and I carried that thing with me everywhere. I'm really glad I've just decided to scale down my laptop, because it really it affects your back when you're carrying it in a bag full of other things that we talked about. So saving every pound matters, but with the new Retina displays that they've had recently, this is a really great laptop. I've really enjoyed using it so far. Especially with the new design. So I really enjoy that M1, or just the M series in general. They're really great laptops. So I don't see myself changing from utilizing a laptop anytime soon. In very special occasions, I'll use strictly a USB if I'm just playing house music. But like I mentioned, this is just a great way to carry your entire collection without getting too crazy. All right, guys, I almost forgot to talk about this, but networking tools. Super important to keep those in your bag. And a lot of people still use business cards, I guess. Some people do. And of course, we all use our smartphones to network on social media, but it's always nice to have something physical. And I opted for some stickers. So I got custom made DJ Deville stickers, and I've got my Instagram handle on the stickers, so of course they can find me later, but people always keep stickers, and they're a lot of fun to put in different places. So guys, make sure you have something to network with other than just your smartphone. All right guys, I'm DJ Deville, and that's what's in my bag. And I'll be sure to include some descriptions and links below for some of the items that are more unique. And make sure you like, follow, and subscribe. We got a lot more episodes coming soon.